cappers, gamblers, punters, hustlers, low baggers. It is Friday, the 10th show of a 10-show week here at Betting with the Bag. It is Friday at 5:30 p.m. Eastern Time, 2:30 p.m. in Los Angeles. Speaking of Los Angeles, we're going to have Dave L.A. joining us. He's going to give us his favorite plays on the card. We also have King Rail joining us late so we can break down NBA playoff series that start up tomorrow. And started the day 2-0. Cubs first 5, -0.5. Full game, -1.5. Smasheroo. Man, do I need to start my Friday out with a couple wins, especially going 0-4 in baseball. Yesterday, going 0-4 in baseball on Thursday, but at 10-3 Wednesday, started feeling confident, and all the confidence gone immediately. Now I have a tiny bit back, so I'm very excited to start the day 2-0 in MLB, and I know a ton of us cashed on that as well. Shout out to all the cappers in the chat. We got Dennis Garcia in the house. Said, Jimmy, I need one of those shirts. Leche Alo's bookmaker shirt. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about a Leche Alo's bookmaker shirt. Shout out to Dennis Garcia. They're hot off the press, Dennis. They are hot off the press. We got Tiago Ruiz in the house. Silvar Malco in the house. Red Girl ready to catch. Gio Mercedes. Ty Clinton. Nick the Slick. We got Underdog. Joe and Nisi cashed on the under 11. Man. Yeah, and Dave L.A. was hammering the in-play unders on that game. All 9.5, hammering it, telling everyone to hammer it. Great job, Joe and Nisi. Love starting off our Friday with a victory. Vinny Cornell in the house. We got Daryl Lyles. Jorge, don't play. We got Parlay Poppy. Oh, man, love Parlay Poppy in the house. And can't wait to hear what he has to say about his NHL card because I'm very close to making an addition. And we got to keep a brisk pace as well. Oscar Valverde, Ramirez in the house. We got CT Bays. We got Headshot. We got Cam 7. Cam 7 I don't even watch the sport yet. I'm bagging. We got Luna Stars in NHL playoffs. We got Jay Peach in the house. Jay Cross in the house. It's been a while. We got Zozo saying yo-yo. We got Ron the Don. We got Kevin Pine says Astros 10-manner streak. Locked in, Jim. Also did the parlay with Phillies money line, Royals money line, first half, and then Lightning money line and Astros money line 8-1. I like that, Kevin Pine. I like that a lot. Raul Portwando says, got those Cubbies. Great job. Yes, feels good. We got Taylor Hughes, failed at life. Brian Watson, Demetrius Miller. We got Coco Bongo, Mr. Ghoster. Ron Crawford, Taryn Nicole, and I love seeing Taryn Nicole in the house. Raul Portwando, Brian B. All right, beautiful. Okay, so as Twatty Latte says, does the MLB odds makers have learning disabilities? Twatty Latte been smashing MLB. Love having him in the chat. We got Charles Barkley. We got Al Brown. We got Michael Holthauser. We got King Rail. King Rail says, my shirts and tank tops are done. Man, I'd love to get my hands on one of yours, King. Love that. Sean Robertson says, go Cubs, go. We got Ben Diaz. Alex Ramirez. Yes, we gave you a shout out on the morning show. Happy birthday, Alex Ramirez. Beloved low bagger. What a great guy. Harry Dubitsky. What's good? 5-7 playoffs. That's a better record than I have in the playoffs. Okay. Russell Gordy says, told you West Coast teams are trash, Nicole. Dodgers swept, now Angels watch. Russell Gordy, bang on. Russell Gordy. Great capper. We got Ergo Costic. We got TJ. Beautiful. And Sophia giving our love to Alex Ramirez. Love that. TJ says, I'm up 8K. Hit 6 parlays last night. Ooh, shit. TJ, man, I would like to follow you on Twitter. TJ Main. TJ, can you hit me? Or you know what? I'll just copy and paste this right now so I can follow you on Twitter. All low bag. I want to follow all low baggers, man. That's who I want to follow on Twitter. Okay. So let's get through this. So first off, this is what I want to add, okay? This is what I want to add. RMK says, does that shirt come in a husky? You're damn right it does. RMK. Anthony L. An Anthony L sighting. Man, Anthony L., we miss you. We need you here on the show, Anthony L. And we'd love it if you would come on live as well, if that interests you at all. Anthony L., great baseball capper. He's a monster on our early shows, and now he's back in action. And I love seeing that name, Anthony L., in the house. Beautiful. Beautiful. We got Jay Cross ready to get to work. Okay, so first off, I think, so now I have not added any place to my NHL card. You guys already know, yesterday I took the Lightning -1.5 plus 115. That is not available anymore. And I took the Lightning to win the series at -200. And possibly a better spot would be to take the Lightning game 2 and the series at -150. I decided that, that amount of money, I would rather, just in case, because the Jackets could go up 2-0 on the road, and I still think the Lightning will win the series. So I wanted to keep that available. But that's a nice play. And we talked about that on the early show. But I think the Lightning tighten up the hatchets. And I don't think the Jackets get a lot of goals. And I don't want to take a Jackets team total under. What I would prefer to do is take the under 6.5. And that's been steamed a little bit. Let's just go to totals right now. Sportsbookreview.com. I'm interested in this under 6.5. I think Tampa Bay tightens it up. I predict a final score of 4-0. And in that case, yeah, I should just take a Tampa Bay team total under. But as you guys know, that's not available at the book I'm working with right now. And soon I'll have Pinnacle rolling. So all that said and done, I think the move is under 6.5. I just think it's a much, much tighter game now. I think the Lightning realize who they're messing with. And they're messing with a team, with Atkinson and Panarin. I mean, these guys are snipers. And then you add Duchesne and Zingle to the group. So I'd love to hear. Jim Mercedes says, Jimmy, I need a t-shirt. What's up? Yeah, we're figuring this out. These are hot off the press. And I need to know what we're doing with them too. So I'm going to be talking to Sophia. But I'd love that you are interested, you guys. Luna Star liking Columbus first beer. We got Flipper 13. Flip. Paco Healy is in Vegas right now. I hope you guys are having drinks tonight. Paco Healy, Flipper 13, two of my favorite guys. I hope you guys are hanging. So I want to jump on the under 6.5. No, none of you guys are jumping in on. We got to get to baseball. There we go. Mr. Ghoster says I'm big on the under 6.5. Parlay Poppy says, don't let fools go on Columbus sway you. Tampa Bay 4-7 in first series games, 11 postseason series. Come back to win 8 of his past 10 second games. Wow. That's a great stat, Parlay Poppy. All right. Harry Dubitsky taking Lightning first period. Jay Cross saying Twatty being money on baseball. All right. So that's what I wanted to hear. I am on the full game under 6.5. Gin Rummy says, are you guys chasing a side or good prices? I've been thinking a lot about Gin Rummy in spots. And yeah, I even here I'm getting this opened at 6.5 at plus 113. So there's been an 18-cent move towards the under, but it took me that long to figure it out. It just took me a while to sit with this game. And so sometimes I'm just slow to the pickup. Alex Ramirez is saying to me, I didn't make it in the morning. I was eating with family. First show that I missed. Oh, we love you so much, Alex Ramirez. You put so much great energy to our show. So shout out to you, my guy. Poppy says, under is live on Tampa, and so is Tampa minus 1.5. I'm on both those. I am jumping on the under 6.5 right now. So I am adding a play. Let's see what's the best line I can get on the under 6.5. A plus 100 at Heritage. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Under 6.5 at plus 100 available at Heritage. Okay. So that's it. So I don't have a play on the Penguins Islanders, although I did take the Penguins to win the series at plus 120. And I'm staying away from this Blues Jets because I have a vividness bias of the Jets being a really good hockey team and they're not that good. But maybe they will be when Morrissey gets rolling. I need to stay away from it. I need to stay off of this. So that's my spot. Shout out to Trot Wham in the house. Brian B says, we want a birthday pick. We know, the legend Peter Loshak was famous with birthday picks. He made that special, and I'll never be able to do the incredible work he did. So I can't do that for you. But I can give you an NHL play of the day. See, Ron the Don says, I jumped on Sharks Knights under 6.5. Think that will be a tighter game as well. I'm really interested in how that game 2 plays out. I'll be watching that very intently. I expect the Knights have to show something. Don't they have any heart? I expect them to show something. And then Marc-Andre Fleury just not playing very well. Isan Sobelgar said, Jimmy, the team totals for both New York and Pittsburgh are 2.5 in my book. I think your underplay is good in that game. You know what? I just want to wait. Till they're back in Pittsburgh before I go on those under. If I had to take a total, I would take the under in that game. But I just want to wait till we're back in Pittsburgh, and that's my plan right now. Oh, El Capo 85 says it's Loa East Side Roller. Just changed the name. El Capo 85. I like that. Michael Del City says Tampa isn't ready. That's possible. Anthony L. The Giants' first 5 money line has taken steam the last 2 hours. Line has moved since I hopped on it. Anthony L. Love hearing what he's on. And Anthony L., what do you say about popping on the show one of these days? What do you think about popping on the show one of these days? All right, so there we go. All right, I got the TJ Main Twitter handle. Okay. Sean Robinson said, I want to take the under 6.5 here in the Sharks game. I hear all that, but I just need to watch this game again. Both teams just ended the season playing so poorly, except the Sharks turned it around. Gate Pass Key joining us. Beautiful's on the Jets game under. That makes a ton of sense, but That's just such a low total. But it's not a 5. 5.5. 5.5. And money's coming back in on the under. Okay. El Capo. Okay, so that's what's up. I added the under 6.5 in Jackets Lightning. I'm already on the Penguins to win the series at plus 120. I prefer making that bet rather than Penguins to win this game here. Tata Booker in the house. Love seeing you. Beautiful. Anthony L said, Jimmy DM me on Twitter. Beautiful. Love that. Okay, now let's get to baseball. Okay, so we started the day 2-0. We have a Cubs first half minus a half run. Cubs full game minus 1.5 at plus 110. Book them, and I need this bad. Okay, so now I want to quickly go through, because we didn't get a chance to cap some of these games. And that's what I need to do. I need to cap those games. So we're going to quickly go over the games we already capped. And then once we're through all of them, we can go back. Twilight Latte saying nothing like low totals in Brewers, Dodgers, Houston, Seattle games. I hear that. Noli knows in the house. Noli, I just gave out an under. Thought you would love that. And great call with the under in that Cubbies game. Anthony else saying Brewers, Dodgers over 8 looks fascinating. And shit the bed, play of the day is Boston Red Sox. That's good because I'm on the team total over for the Orioles, but afraid to take them full game. Okay, I'm just copying Anthony L right there. Anthony L, copy and paste. There we go. Okay. Joe Garcia said, Jimmy, stay strong. They're trying to compete on the same time slot. Jesus.
I gotta play for you.
What the hell are you doing?
No more pussy sports.
I'm in the middle
on
of a
this
show.
fucking show.
Come on.
Australian Soccer League tie.
No.
The best of both worlds. Australia. A tie. Freddie Fortune.
Okay, Freddie, I hate to stop you.
Are you ready?
No, you're going to have to come back in 30 minutes.
Why?
Because I'm in the middle of a show. Seriously, I got to do baseball.
Goodbye.
Okay. All right. Jesus. What the fuck is going on? Okay. Shout out to you, Joe Garcia. Okay. Brewers, Dodgers 8. Twilight Latte is saying is just downright stupid. Sorry about that. Parlay Poppy loving the Rays. First 5 under. Okay. So Anthony L liking the over. Twilight Latte likes the over. Okay. So let's just quickly go through the line moves and the game so far. White Sox, Yankees. I'm afraid of this game. Hap shouldn't be this big of a favorite. Obviously, there's been a big line move towards the White Sox. And sorry, I know that maybe some of you guys wanted to hear what that soccer Australian Soccer League tie was going to be, and you'll have to wait till the end of the show to get it. Okay, so Dominic said I laid off the Mets. Let's see what Wheeler does. Okay, so White Sox, Yankees, I'm off. Then we get to Pirates, Nationals. I took the first 5 under 4.5 and the full game under 8 at plus 105. Let's see what we get here. I'm going to go just center on the MLB page. Jahanzeb Khan says, keep going with the Mets team total over. That's a nice look. Okay, so I'm just going first 5 team totals here. First 5 team totals. So I took the under. I got first 5 under 4.5 in Pirates, Nationals, Pitt, Washington. It's now a 4 at some books. The 4.5 is juiced to minus 125, so we beat that line move. It's minus 130 at BetOnline. Love seeing that. Okay, and then full game, we got under 8 at plus 105, and you can still get a plus 100. Okay, so that's what's up. That's what I'm on. Williams, I love the way he's pitched. I love Trevor Williams. I've become a big Trevor Williams fan, and Patrick Corbin has not looked great so far this year, allowing 3 home runs, 12 innings, but this Pirates team is hitting 194 with a 489 OPS versus lefties. Okay, boom. Now we get to the Rays game. I took Twilight Latte says, how is Trevor Williams plus 165? Man, I hear that. I hear that. I guess, you have a huge point, but I'm just going to stick to those 2 unders. Oh, and Noli knows I doubled up on the first 5 doubled up under first 5 and under 4.5 as well. Beautiful. I love seeing that. Okay. And El Capo says Pitt, Washington was under 8.5. Yeah, I guess so. But here on my book, it said that BetOnline opened it at minus 110, but I do remember that. Okay. Twilight Latte saying Williams ERA 1.92 over the last 4 months. Best ERA in MLB baseball. Wow. Anthony L says Twilight because Corbin should strike out 10 Pirates and strike out pitchers get more respect on the money line. God, I love having you guys in the chat. Okay. Brian B says I'm in Brooklyn. It's raining over there. Okay, so Pirates, Nationals, I'm on the first 5 and full game under. Then Rays game. First 5 minus a half, minus 105. Full game minus 1.5 at plus 120. And the full game under 8.5. So let's see this right now. Rays, we're going to go to money lines and totals. Full game. All right, and that is The under 8.5 right now, you could get it minus 108 would be the best line. And I got a minus 110. Interesting. Okay. And then Rays full game on the minus 1.5. Let me see what we get there. I got plus 120. And you can now get plus 120. Oh, God, no. Sorry. Best you get plus 115. We killed that line move. Oh, that's great news. Okay. That's that. I'm all over it. Joe Garcia says, damn, Jimmy, they'll try to agree with the show. They will try. Oh, Joe, you're hitting me, but my lungs are not good. Anthony L says, you want to lay that price with the Rays. Why? I want to lay that price with the Rays because McKinney, Galvis, Smoke, Grichuk, Hernandez, Gurriel, Urena, Hansen, Maye, I find is an extremely weak lineup. And I watched Meadows, and I'm not even pronouncing it right. It's pronounced differently. But I watched him play the last few days, and I've been so impressed. Brandon Lau, too, unbelievably impressed with his second baseman. They got a keeper. Tommy Pham is on fire. G-Man Choi's playing better than I've seen him play. Then Yandy Diaz, Kevin Kiermaier. They got Avisail Garcia in the 7th hole. Garcia, Zunino, Adames at 7-8-9 for the Rays against Urena, Hansen, Maye. But, Anthony, I love you being here, and I love you saying these things and keeping everybody accountable. I just absolutely love it. So, but in saying that, I do want to lay that price against this week Jays team. We'll have to see if Trent Thornton really is the player that he's looked like so far this year. He was not really a highly sought-after prospect out of North Carolina, so we will see. Anything else says Rays lineup is weak also. Line is fair. I don't bet lines that you think are fair. That makes a ton of sense. Okay, so we got to keep going because I got game scam. So Orioles team total over 3.5. Eduardo Rodriguez has looked terrible. Orioles are hitting 265, 725 OPS for lefties. I know that's not great, but for this Orioles team, I'm fine with it. So I'm taking the Orioles team total over. And I got minus 117 at Pinnacle and had to bet it at a ridiculous price at my book, but I still bet it. TJ is agreeing with Anthony L. I get it. So then Phillies over 8.5 at plus 100. I've been very interested to see what happened with this money line in total. Here we go. Phillies game. Let's see the totals here. I got to move the totals so I know exactly what's going on. Over 8.5 at plus 100. And there are no plus 100s. Well, that makes me feel good. But you can still get a minus 103 at Pinnacle and a minus 103 at 5 dimes. So not a huge win there. And then minus 105 run line here with the Phillies. Phillies minus 105. Where am I here? With Arrieta. Now you get plus 100 is the best look. I got plus 105. Sandy Alcantara could be a mistake. Randy Lockhart says, did you get my DM? Great Hockey Stat. No, I'm sorry, Randy. I've been extremely busy, and I started hammering Keeneland horse track. I missed that. I did not get that, Randy. Is that, that must be on my Twitter. Damn. Sorry, Randy Lockhart. But if you want to share it here, because I'm just a little overwhelmed right now, that would be great. So I'm on both those plays. Parlay Poppy says, leaning large, Miami, first 5, and love the team total under 2.5 for his Phillies. You know, Alcantara is capable of doing that. And Anthony L says Phillies is a pass minus 160 money line is correct. I just feel like these guys hit fastballs, and Alcantara better have movement on his, or he's in trouble. And they're also hitting 825 OPS versus righties early in the year. Okay, then Mets Braves, Kyle Wright. So this is the game we didn't cap because I wasn't sure if it was Kyle Wright, but it is Kyle Wright. Mets are hitting 288, 40 OPS versus righties, but Alonso is not going to be in the lineup. And I need Alonso in the lineup when I'm back in the Mets right now. Let's just quickly take a look at who they have in the lineup. New York Mets here. Quickly, McNeil, Rosario, Cano, Conforto, Ramos, Smith, Broxton, Nemo. And then for the Braves, Inciarte, Donaldson, Freeman, Acuna, Marquez, Swanson, Albies, Flowers. Very, very interesting stuff. Oh, and Randy Lockhart, teams in NHL playoffs that win game 1 by 3 or more, lose game 2 60% of the time. Wow, that's very interesting, Randy. And that sounds good for the Lightning. Oh, no, sorry, but win game 1 by 3 or more. That's the Sharks in trouble. Wow, that's very interesting. So Randy Lockhart liking that stat, liking the Sharks. That's a great stat, Randy. I love having you on the show. This is great. Okay. Mal said Angels died today. Allen Action liking the Mets money line. Anthony L says this is exciting. Mets Braves, another pass. Wheeler has not looked good. And Kyle Wright looked bad. Atlanta first 5 is my play here, says Parlay Poppy. I'm not sure what to do with this spot here. Let's look at totals and money lines. Mets, Braves, totals and money lines. Here we go. 9.5. Opened at 9 and minus 110, now 9.5. And minus 115 for Atlanta at home. I feel like Atlanta has value here, but I don't want to back Kyle Wright under any circumstances. So at this point, I'm doing nothing. I'm doing nothing with the Mets-Braves game. I do not want the Mets without Alonso, and I do not want the Braves with Kyle Wright. Okay, let's move on to A's Rangers. Here's a move I'd like to make. Now, I don't know what Fires is going to give you game in and game out. I just don't know. But I do know that the athletic bats can get to Smiley. That's what I do know. That's what I do know, and I want to jump on that right now. I'm going to take the team total, I think, with the Oakland A's. Let's see what I can get here. Oakland A's team total, it's at 5.5. But it probably should be. I just don't like having to get 6 runs. Randy C says, spell the name of the UFC expert that was on yesterday. Is this a trivia contest? It's Anna Merrick, but his name is Clint. Which one do you want me to spell? His Twitter handle is at Maximus in 3D. But he also has a Twitter handle for his MMA podcast. Anthony else says, don't bet Fires in the Hitters Park. Red Girl liking Oakland. Parlay Poppy giving us Smiley's record 1-2, 5.55 ERA in 3 appearances. I Retro Star said, Jim, my brother, what's up? We see Pete today. He looks amazing. We miss him. We miss him desperately. You know, how do you not fall in love with that guy? We all did. And I miss him desperately. Rafa, give me the heart signal over there. Yeah. I miss him very, very, very much. And I love him very, very much. Okay. Let's keep rolling here. Oakland just faced the worst pitching and bullpens. Would take their bats with a grain of salt, honestly. Okay, interesting. Interesting. All said and done, I don't really want an over 5.5, even though I think they get there. So I guess I'm not making a move on the Athletics Rangers game. Now let's talk Indians Royals. Carrasco Keller. Carrasco 9 1/3, 16 hits. God, what are the A's are hitting 269, 860 OPS versus lefties. Ugh. Okay, let's go. Indians Royals. Carrasco Keller. Keller has looked pretty good this year, and he always looks good at home. Carrasco has not looked good this year, but he's able to turn it on when he wants to. Ty Clinton says, why is everyone liking the under in the Rays game? I feel like the pitching is strong enough and the offense is not, even though I like Tampa's offense, but Tampa just manufactures runs. Ron Crawford liking the under 4, first 5 in this spot. Indians are hitting 203, 630 OPS versus righties. Royals hitting 249, 17 OPS versus righties. Do we trust Carrasco? The wind I had was 11 miles per hour out to right. Carrasco, 11-6 lifetime against the Royals, 3.48 ERA. Anthony L says, lay the minus 150 with the Indians. Royals are bad at baseball. Let's see what we get money line. I hear that. Noli knows on KC Cleveland first 5 under. Yeah, you could get a minus 145 at 5 dimes. That's not awful. Anthony L, you're taking the money line and not the run line? Let's see what the totals are here. The full game total in this is 7.5. The 8 was available and is no longer. The first 5, which I would prefer. Let's see what the bullpen is for the Royals right now. The Kansas City bullpen is allowing opponents to hit a 324 batting average against them. Harry Dubitsky says, Jimmy, I can't see Winnipeg and Tampa Bay losing both at home again. You know what? I can't trust the Jets. So, Anthony L says, do we trust Carrasco? Have you seen the Royals lineup? Let's take a look at this Royals lineup right now. KC Royals, Merrifield, Mondesi, Gordon, Soler, O'Hearn, Dozier, Duda, and Maldonado. And Anthony L says, I never bet run lines. Interesting. Rob Pawano saying Jays can't score. You know, this first 5 under is appealing. Who do the Indians have going out tonight? They have Martin, Ramirez, Bauer, Santana, Ramirez, Naquin, Perez, Miller, Stamets. That's an ugly lineup, too. Stevie Steve says over in the Royals. Let's go. The wind is saying over, but that's a big park. Under 4. First 5, under 4. I'm going to jump on. Under 4, first 5 at minus 110. It's available at our friends at Heritage. I'm going to take first 5 under 4 and minus 110. All right. That's my spot. Now let's talk Padres, Diamondbacks. Chris Paddock versus Luke Weaver. I'm surprised the Diamondbacks wanted Luke Weaver. But I had really high expectations for him. Maybe he can step up. Interesting. Padres are hitting 232, 696 OPS versus righties. Diamondbacks are hitting 260, 782 versus righties. People are really liking what Paddock is doing out here. He underwent Tommy John surgery in August 2016, missed 2017, split last season between single A and double A. He looks good. Now, he didn't look as good in St. Louis. Weaver has not looked good, but he has great numbers against San Diego career. Paco Healy says, Slug and Beers at Red Rock book. Where my low baggers at? Man, I wish I was there to party with you. Parlay Poppy loving Padres first 5 against Weaver. Let's see what we're talking money lines here. Money lines and totals in this Padres Diamondbacks game. Ron the Don already locked in the over. Parlay Poppy says 2016-18 Paddock giving up only 25 runs in 131 innings. Looked amazing. Padres here in Arizona. Oh shit, sorry, that's not the money lines I was looking for. Okay, money line. Al Capo grabs San Diego minus 25 early. It's a lot to give San Diego. Minus 119. Still not bad. Alex Ramirez said, Jimmy, remember yesterday, Boston Bats will wake up. That's my man on his birthday. Johansson Cobb liking the Padres. I like their bats better than, and I think Weaver could get touched. Probably Bobby said, Jimmy, why do you say he has good numbers on this lineup? He has, obviously there's new members of this lineup. He has good numbers against the Padres team. 2-1 versus 2.08 ERA, 3 starts against San Diego. I hear you. There's new members of this lineup. Yeah, I think the Padres might be the play here. I'm just going to leave it as a lean at this moment. Then we have Brewers Dodgers. Everyone's saying that the over has to be in play. Urias has looked okay this year, and the Bruins smash lefties and the Dodgers smash righties. That's wild that this total is so low. Let's take a look at the total right now. 8 and minus 110. What's the weather in this game? It's clear, 6 miles per hour sideways. I think you guys make a lot of sense. I think this makes a lot of sense. DJ Big Boss on the first 5, under 4.5. I think your over makes a ton of sense here. Corbin Burns just getting touched by everyone right now so far this year. 10 innings, 12 hits, 11 earned runs, 6 home runs allowed, and they're going to keep him in the starting rotation. Now the Dodgers are dealing with injuries. So they have Seager in the expected lineup, but we know he's out. Hamstring bruise, so who knows if he's fully going to be out. I like your over in this game. Even without Seager, who else got hurt? Seager got hurt. I thought somebody else got hurt. Oh, Muncy. But do they even have Muncy in this expected lineup? Yeah, they do. They have Seager and Muncy. But this team can hit, can't they? I guess, I don't know if I want to double up on this over, but it seems like it would make sense to. Against Burns. Let's see what the first 5, are they hanging? Let's see what Anthony Ellis to say. He says, is Hader available? If you don't get the over by the 7th, you can forget about it. Let's see what the first 5 over is. First 5 total. Anthony Morris says you talk too fast. I apologize, Anthony Morris, but we got to keep a brisk pace. 4.5. 4.5. I want to jump on these overs. Maybe I'll ask Dave LA about the first 5 in the full game here. And while he's breaking down games, maybe I will jump on that. First 5 over, full game over. And the Dodgers coming off not hitting. Now they have flown across the country, but they'll be happy to be back in LA. Then we have Astros, Mariners, and Rockies, Giants, which we still need to cap. So why don't we do this with our man, Dave LA. Big Boss saying late wins in LA. JP said, Jimmy, I know you went over hockey, but what do you think of Lightning first period? I like it a lot. Yeah, I like it. Okay. That's what's up. Now, let's bring in our MLB baseball expert. We have Dave L.A. in the house. Dave L.A., it's Friday, baby. Last show of the week. How you holding up today?
What's up, Cappers? Jimmy the Bag, SPR. Thank you always for having me.
We love having you. We love having you. So there's a couple games I want to cap, and then I want to talk about the Brewers' first 5 over and full game over. But first off, let's hear what you like best on this card, and then we'll finish up with the games I want to talk about. What are you looking at right now, Dave?
Man, I have so much respect for Twatty and his favorite home team. My first play is going to be the Nationals -1. I did mention this early in the morning show. The reason why I like them because there's a few stats that I want to point out that favors the Nationals here. You know that the Nationals at home they're actually 2-3, so they kind of want to improve that. On the overall, they are 6-4. On the road, impressive 4-2. I mean, that's going against the Mets and also the Phillies. I mean, nobody saw this coming from the Nationals but me, because you know why? I have the Nationals to win that division. Nobody wants to believe me, but I have them going over. And also, in that same division, Acuna to win the MVP. Now, going back to this game, the Pirates. Yeah, Trevor Williams, very impressive numbers. I love the guy. Sweet. He has a future, bright future, and I love him. Here's the problem. Anytime a team sees this guy the second time or several times, he gets hit. He's not the same pitcher. And you can look it up, Quaddy. You'll see what I'm talking about. I like to point out some of these ideas for you because, I know you're a big fan. But anyways, going back to the Pirates. Pirates ranked 27th in MLB versus left-hand pitchers. That means, I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. I got a message here. That means, sorry, I lost my picture. Corbin is on a must-win game. He's at home, where the Nationals spent so much money on this guy because they believe on this guy. They saw what he did with the Braves, and now they could probably do the same thing in Washington. So they believe in this guy. And coming back from a 4-2 road game and an impressive road game, they can come home, feel comfortable, and they can actually touch this guy, Trevor Williams. The reason why I'm going with that because the Nationals are really bad at home. Even though with the 2-3, they're still decent enough to just support Corbin. They want to give him some kind of support, and I know they will against Trevor Williams. Again, like as I mentioned, Trevor Williams. When you see this guy several times, he does get touched. Now I know this is the first time that Trevor Williams is going to see the Nationals, but guess what? The Nationals at home in the last couple of years, I'm talking about 1 to 2 years, has never lost to the Pirates at home. And then I know everybody's kind of questioning the bullpen, but I think in this spot, coming off that that road trip, coming at home, I think they're gonna come in with some confidence to support Corbin versus the Pirates. Pirates, they have some type of bat. Their batting average is actually pretty low. They're gonna want to support Trevor Williams, but not against Corbin. What I think that he's gonna really step up, and he's on. What I always look, I don't look at what trends are going on. What I see is Corbin actually stepping up against a weak opponent like the Pirates.
I agree. Corbin is going to step up against a weak opponent. How could you not? I mean, this 194, 49 OPS versus lefties. I love Trevor Williams. Love what he's doing, and
yeah.
I'm gonna just take these two unders. Under first 5 under 4.5, full game under 8. But I like your look. I think the Nationals with Corbin, even though he's not looked so good this year, should take care of business at home. I like your look. A lot of people liking the Pirates, thinking they have value, but I like your look. What else are you looking at on this card, Dave?
Oh man, I want to mention that this is the same. I kind of see this as going back to the game. I'm sorry. I see this game in the same value as the Angels. Everybody's gonna want to attack Corbin. They know how bad he's been, and that's the thing about baseball. At home, when you're coming back on the road from a 4-2 game record, coming back home, you're gonna come back with some confidence. And Corbin is on the spot what he can improve against this team. Let me give you another example of Trevor Williams. The Reds. I have them going under, maybe in being dead in the last place in their conference. Let me give you an example what I have on the Reds versus Trevor Williams. So what I mentioned the second time 18 faces Trevor Williams. So at home, the Reds couldn't touch this guy. He had impressive numbers, but on the road, Reds actually touched him. You can look it up. Reds actually touched him and knocked him out by the fourth inning. This guy does have a future, but at Nationals, knowing that they're comfortable coming from a 4-2 road record at home where they know they can beat this team. I mentioned this earlier. They're going to sweep this team.
Hey, man, I feel you. I feel you. We got to move on to other games, my man. We got to move on to other games. We don't have a lot of time. We got King Rail joining us shortly. What else are you looking at on this card? Do you have another play you jumping on?
Okay, so here is my best play of the day. It's my max play. It's the late game, and it's going to be between the Astros on the road versus the Mariners. We all know how impressive the Mariners are. First place in the division, first place in offense. We know what they've done. Here's the thing: what I'm going with. I'm gonna go with the Astros team total over. I know a lot of people are that I know are gonna take the over in this game, but I actually just love the Astros just to be more productive in this game against the Mariners. You already know how bad the Mariners bullpen it is. They can't even hold the Royals. You had an example over the last couple of days versus them how they give up runs against the Royals. So if they were able to give runs against the Royals, you know that this Astros team total over 4.5 is gonna be actually be able to take care of business, and that's my max play. That's gonna be the Astros team total over. Now here we go. Astros versus LeBlanc. Astros batting average are .304. They are ranked number 1 versus lefty in the Major League Baseball. In the last 5 games, Astros batting average versus lefty .429. I'm talking about some big pitchers up there. They had faced the Yankees and the Yankees bullpen. The Yankees bullpen have a couple of pitchers, left-handed pitchers in there, and they took care of business at home. Mariners versus left-handers as a team, .143. I had a follower on Twitter. You can find me on Twitter. Had mentioned this to me that the Astros hasn't seen a left-hander pitcher in 10 days. And, seeing this as a team, .143, kind of worries me. I wanted to take the over in the full game, but I just see value on the team total over as a max play.
Yeah, LeBlanc cost me money last year. I can't understand why he's so hard to hit. He throws so softly. At home, he was a juggernaut last year out of nowhere. And I just have this vivid memory of losing and watching him and thinking, why is he not getting smashed? Why is he not getting smashed? And that's the only reason why I don't want to just go back to this well. But your play makes so much sense to me. It makes so much sense. But I just saw how unbelievably, I don't know how he pulled it off, man. I don't know how he pulled it off. What is the line that you're getting on the team total over?
You know what? I got actually the Astros team total over 4.5 on -130.
Yeah.
I actually thought that was a very good price, and I took it.
Yeah, it makes sense. I need to watch. I just need to watch. I need to watch what LeBlanc does. He just cost me too much money last year. I find this game really difficult to figure out. I would love.
Jimmy, you also want to point out. I know the pitchers don't really pitch every day, and they're kind of rested, even if a team comes back from a road trip. But this team did face some weak opponents on the road, and were able to most of the time make and give some run support on their pitchers, especially Kikuchi. But coming back on the road, I think this is a bad spot for the Mariners, and with their weak starting pitcher, and we all know how bad their bullpen is. I mean, they're decent, but I think they're still weak enough to give that support on my play.
I like both your plays, Dave. I like both your plays. LeBlanc just hurt me too much last year, and I want to. And maybe you're ahead of the market fading him, but I just need to hold back. And I hate it, but I like it a lot.
Let me help you, Jimmy.
I want you to. I want you to. But I'm going to hold off on this spot. Dave LA, thank you so much for joining us. Where can we find you on Twitter?
I just want to mention right before I leave, being Friday, Sunday, you want to stick around to those Sunday night baseball under. I know we are 1-1 at the moment. I took a chance in Colorado, and I just see value always to take the under on Sunday night baseball. But anyways, going back to you, you can always find me on Twitter at DaveLA_sports.
DaveLA_sports. He's a must follow on Twitter. And that Sunday night under, I'm going to be taking with him each and every Sunday. I know it just lost last one, but we will get back in the winning margin on that. Thank you so much for joining us, Dave LA. All right. So Dave LA is on the Nationals. He's on the Astros team total over. One game I want to talk about with you guys quickly is the Rockies-Giants. Bettis-Pomerantz. The more I'm sitting with this game, the more I feel like Bettis is capable of getting touched. I do not like what I've seen from him. The Giants have won a game. Now they could win 2 in a row. I really want to jump on the Giants here, and I'm late to the party. The money line on the Giants opened at minus 125. Now it's minus 135 or 40. You know what? I can't take the Giants at minus 145. I just missed it. I had to get them earlier, and I didn't, but... So I guess I'll stay off of it. And then Astros, Mariners, I get it. And then the total here on the Brewers, first 5 and full game over. I need to figure out what I want to jump on. And I guess I feel like Urias and Burns are susceptible. And if they get to Hader, the Bruins bullpen is really tough. Von Polo on Giants money line. Parlay Poppy saying Rockies, Giants are just a mess. I guess, do you guys think, okay, finally, we got to get to King Rail and talk about these playoffs, but I want to know if I should just take the first 5 over or both first 5 and full game over in Brewers, Dodgers. DJ Big Boss says, looks like value with the Rockies. Von Polo on the Giants run line. I just can't trust their offense to win by minus 1.5. Raven and Desert saying Giants is a play. Brewers, Dodgers. Can you guys help me with the first 5 over or full game over? That's what I need to figure out. Brewers, first 5 over at Dave LA. What a great guy. First 5 over or full game over. Raul Rogers saying stay off. Okay, so I need to figure out what to do on that total. That's my main thing, and I will. CT Bay saying Brewers over 8. Maybe I should give myself the full game rather than the first 5. Just feels a little low. Do you trust Urias? You know that Urias is only going to go, 3.5 or 4 innings? I think that I jump on it. CT Bay saying take the over 8. I guess I'll think about it. I'll make a decision before the end of the show. In the meantime, let's bring in our NBA expert, Mr. King Rail, in the house, joining us on Fridays. The playoffs start tomorrow. A very, very exciting time for us all. King, my man, how you doing on this Friday?
I'm doing good, Jimmy, man. Thank you for having me on. And real quick, everybody, man, we just ended the first season of Kings Court, man, official full year of Kings Court basketball. We capped NBA basketball from preseason, before preseason. I mean, we was giving players doing summer league, Jimmy, all the way until now, man. So it's a blessing, man. Once again, thank you. Thanks, Sophia. Thanks, Zach. Thank everybody behind the scenes, man. Freddie, Larry, all the freaky guys you got behind the camera, Jimmy, man. Thank you guys for making it happen for us, man. I appreciate it.
It was a spectacular show that's just going to grow and grow and grow. So absolutely, man. We're so thankful to have you to be a part of the royal family. Don Reach is saying Pete said he loved you, Jim, and would love to work with you, man. You know, what can we say about Pete? He's just one of the most interesting, magical men in the whole world, whom we love dearly. And
he never invited me to his treehouse, though, so I still got beef with you, Pete. I know you watching low key, man. You still ain't invited me over to the treehouse. I told you, I bring my own syrup, man. Invite me over, Pete, to make pancakes to eat.
Oh, man. You bring your own syrup. What a gentleman you are. What a class act. That caught me, man. That caught me. You know my lungs can't take this shit. That caught me. People asking about Matt Randall's team play today. It's San Diego, Arizona, under 8.5. All right, let's get to it right now, and I'm excited to get to it. Let's talk about game ones, but let's also talk about the series. So why don't we start with who you like to win the series, if you think that there's value in any of these spots. Let me get there right now. Here we go, NBA, and let's go to...
Well, Jimmy, why you pulling it up real quick? Yesterday on Kings Court, man, we capped the East Coast. Today on tonight's show, we're going to cap the West Coast. But with you and the rest of the Low Bay fam, I mean, I know a lot of guys missed our show and they can't make it. I have everything written down, all my notes for everything, East Coast, West Coast, wherever you want to dive at first, I'm with it. But please save my Blazers for last, man, because I think I'm going to break some hearts here.
Beautiful. Okay, this is great. Well, let's start with the Nets Sixers. Sixers are minus 600. We don't even know if Embiid's going to be good for game one, do we? The Nets are plus 450 here. And maybe, I mean, hey, if there's no Embiid, I think the Nets can win this series. Then to open the game one, Brooklyn's plus 6 and plus 210. What do you think here, Nets Sixers?
Hey, Jimmy, my first bet, I made two bets already to begin the day with yesterday, but today I ended up hopping on the Nets, man, plus 7. I know teasers are kind of frowned upon, but during NBA playoff time, teasers are great because you only get a couple of games throughout the day. So I did hop on the Nets plus 7 in this game right here. And me and Jay Money are talking, man, the Nets are a sneaky team, and Nets could possibly the Sixers need to put the Nets to bed fast if they possibly can. They're going to have a hard time. If Embiid misses his first game, this Nets plus 7 to me is a great look already. They both played each other. They split the season between the two. Both ranked 18th, 19th for points per game, about 112. Nets had a great season. They went 42-40, Jim. They're 25-5 as a favorite this year. That was impressive. They're the number one team rebounding team in the league. They're 11th in pace. 76ers are same around there at pace, but they're 4th in points per game. Both teams allow about 51 points in the paint. Both teams commit about 21 fouls. Brooklyn is number 3 for three-point defense. 76 is number 4 for three-point defense. This team is matched up solidly, Jimmy, solidly. The X factor on both of these squads is D'Angelo Russell. What can D'Angelo Russell do out there? I mean, I think D'Angelo Russell, personally, is a way better point guard than Ben Simmons, if you ask me. But then on the 76ers side, you have Embiid. I mean, we don't get too many dominant centers in the league like this that come across, like Shaq, Olajuwon. You name guys. Even Jay Money brought up some guys to me yesterday. When he even brought up Bynum when he played for the Lakers, how a couple of years he looked dominant. Embiid, to me, is the most dominant big man since Shaq. He changes the complexion of a game. I don't care if you have Butler out there, Tobias Harris. This Nets team plays as a team, Jimmy. And without Embiid, the Sixers are going to be fighting an uphill battle. So I'm taking this bet the first game as if Embiid isn't there, and I'm hopping on the Nets plus 7. And I also think the Nets have a chance to win this series, but I want to watch the first two games, Jim, before I hop on either side. I want to watch maybe the 76ers line come down a little bit or whatnot, but this is a 6-game series all day.
Wow. It's a great breakdown, and getting the Nets at plus 7. We got Pedro Barbosa getting them a plus 8. Russell Gordy says it's 12 MLB. Why are we doing NBA today? Because it starts tomorrow, Russell, and I just needed this opportunity to. I mean, I'm totally blown away at Dan's what Dan Kelly's doing with his series bets, and I think it's so exciting. I'm just like enamored. Nets, Magic, Pacers, Spurs at huge plus lines, and he will get hedging opportunities. And so, wow, I'm just so amazed. Okay, I like it. So, do you think there's any value on the Nets at plus 450 to win the series?
It all goes by you. Like when it comes to these series prices, like right now, I would love to hop on the Sixers at this line value, but it's too high, Jimmy. We're not making no money, and I want to reiterate for everybody: during playoff time, a unit for me is 250, Jimmy. So I'm betting 250 is a solid unit on anything for me. A max bet for me is always going to be $1,000 or more. That's how I'm betting the NBA playoffs. That's how I make my money doing the playoffs. And to me, in this right here, when you pick this team, I think the Nets take the first game. Let's let the Nets take the first game and watch that Sixers line drop. I mean, Embiid, they're going to have a hard time, man, because this second round they go up against, man, they're going to have a tough time. So they want to put the Nets away as fast as possible. The Nets have not been in the playoffs in a couple of years. The Nets are coming out there hungry, and they have offensive weapons. They can possibly beat this team, but this isn't a bet I would like to give you guys and say, hey, take the Nets to win this series because the 76ers are still in contention to win the East and face the Western Conference championship over there. So we want to still remember this team is still a pretty good team. They do have the best starting five in the entire NBA. So this isn't the one-to-ones where I would really want to hang my hat on the Nets right now to win the series. I still say 76ers win it, but the Nets can give us value in a few of these games.
Oh, sorry. Oh, good. Sorry, Jay Peach just got my lugs there. Okay. Stay focused. Sorry. Thunder, Blazers. Thunder at minus 175. Blazers at plus 150. I mean, like, that's to win the series. And then let's go to game one quickly here. Game one, the Thunder are plus 3.5, plus 140 on the road. Love to hear your breakdown here.
I'm nervous, Jim. I'm nervous. I mean, Jimmy, like, people actually hit my inbox, Jim. I was like, I didn't even iron this shirt when I came on air. My shit all fucked up. Anyway, we fixed it. But anyway, Jim, people be looking at me like, man, are you really a Blazers fan? Are you really from Portland? Because every time I turn around, guess what, Jimmy? I'm fading my goddamn team. And I see you up here too, man. When you talk about your Raptors, it's kind of hard for you to, like, man, go for them because you know your team better than anybody else know your team. And I was totally wrong. My team came back from 28 down the other day over the fucking Kings and they came back and won that game, bro. And I was totally wrong about that game. And I wish I could get that shit all over again, get it all back, and took the Blazers money line there. But Cantor, Jimmy, question for you. Cantor used to play for OKC. Do you think who has the advantage here? This is what I want to know. Does OKC have the advantage of a Cantor, or does Cantor kind of have the advantage over OKC? I mean, I think Adams is a better player. I think Cantor can do some tricky things, and he knows this team a lot better. What is your take on that matchup, Cantor and Adams?
When you do an eye test with Cantor, you're like, man, this guy's not that bad. And then when you look at the advanced analytics, you're like, oh, this guy's garbage. So he's a tricky player to break down. He's way worse defensively than he looks. I think Steven Adams can control him, push him around. There's a reason why these teams don't want him. Now, part of it was his contract. Don't get me wrong. Part of it was his contract. But there's a reason why these teams don't want him. And it's the advanced analytics. You know, I think that, okay, last year, Blazers, Pelicans, I was like, man, the Blazers are going to take care of business. And then they got swept in 4. And here I look at this and I'm like, man, the Thunder are going to take care of the Blazers here, but I'm just hesitant to make a move. But I look at this. Let's get to this, the futures here market. I look at this and I think, God, look at how much value the Thunder have. And then I'm like, minus so 175 right, starting the series on the road. How could you? I couldn't take the Thunder at minus 175 here. They've looked so bad and questionable at times. You never know when they're going to turn it on. So to me, I think the Blazers have value at plus 150 at home.
Jimmy, for the series, I'm sorry, y'all, Portland, man. Y'all going to hate this shit, but we lose again in the first round. OKC beat us, man. I took OKC minus 160 on my William Hill app. I put a nice a nice little wager on OKC to win this series over here. And it's not because I don't have any faith in Dame or McCollum and the rest of the guys. It's because I don't have any faith with the bigs, man. The Blazers were the number 1 defensive rebounding team in the league and number 15 offensive rebounding team in the league. OKC is number 8 in offensive boards and 26 in defense. That's going to change over here in this matchup this year. When you have to face a team repeatedly, Jimmy, you know this. You're a hockey guy. You know eventually you fix your matchups. To me, how I compare NBA to NHL is our goalie is the center. It's our bigs. It's the power forward. It's the center you have out here. I don't have that much faith in my guys over here when it comes to the bigs. And I think what OKC has, the bigs, is going to definitely hurt us. They have more athletic bigs. And Adams, man, it's going to take him a couple of games, and he's going to muscle down Cantor. He's going to beat him down. Adams is a young guy, but he looks like he's like 45 chopping fucking lumber, chopping trees in the bushes of fucking Wisconsin. The guy's a big beast out here, and he's going to beat down Cantor. And I can't trust Curry off the bench. It's just like I have to rock with OKC in the series. The first game is a +3. I'm waiting, Jimmy. I really think OKC wins this first game, but also it revolves around Paul George, man. How healthy is Paul George out here? I like OKC to win the series, and that's a bet that I took already.
Yeah, it makes a ton of sense. Okay, I've got to speed up our pace a little bit, so I'm going to keep sticking with the series. Magic at +750. Do the Magic have any chance of stealing any games? Vucevic is better from his illness. Are they going to get smashed? Are they going to get swept? I mean, look at the Raptors series correct score right here. Raptors to win 4-0 is +300. Raptors to win 4-1 is +175. What's your prediction of this series?
Sweep. Me and Jay Money gave it yesterday. That's the first game we broke down yesterday. It's a straight sweep. Raptors win this shit. You guys get a series bet. My books haven't given me no sweep bets yet, Jimmy. But the Raptors with the line they had give me right now, if I was to bet the Raptors to win the series, say if I bet $50, I'm winning $1.20. I can't do it. I have to watch this line go down some, but it's not going to go down, man. The Raptors sweep the fuck out the Magic. The Magic made it to the playoffs. That's good enough for them. Vucevic is not 100%. Neither is Jonathan Isaac. The Raptors are 32-9 at home this year, 50-17 as a favorite. Yeah, the Magic won 2 out of 3 matchups this year, but the Raptors are far better than that, man. They're not. And today, you see what Leonard said. They asked him if he's coming back next year in the offseason, preseason. He didn't give an answer. So, and these Raptors teams, Jimmy, this is your Raptors squad right here. No LeBron right now. They better make a run while they can. And they better make it right now, man. This Magic team is not, they cannot compete, man. Offensively, defensively, they can do it. I see the Raptors winning, sweeping. If the Magic get any game, it'll be probably game 4 in Orlando, but I don't see it there either, man. I think it's a sweep.
Yeah, you could take Raptors to win 4-0 at +300, Raptors to win 4-1 at +175.
I like that, Jimmy. 4-1 +175. 4-1 or 4-0. Those are 2 bets. If I was anybody, I would take. My book haven't gave it to me yet, but the plan tonight is for me to go up to Westgate, Las Vegas, and I'm going to find these lines and have them out and bet them and everything else to get them out there for everybody. But on my apps, they don't give it. I have to actually go into the casino, man. I'm kind of lazy at times. I like to sit at home, man, especially now that I moved. I'm far away from anything except for, like, the shit down here in Summerlin. But I'll end up hitting something up.
Dan Kelly says, no way the Magic get swept. No way.
Dan Kelly, I love you so much, but a friendly wager between me and you, Dan Kelly, I bet you $100 meal ticket. It could be a gift card to your favorite restaurant, Dan Kelly, for you and your lady. I got you, man. $100, Raptors sweep Magic, man.
I don't want you guys to lose to each other, man. We want to take the bookies' money, but I won't get in the way of however you guys want to roll. Okay, let's keep rolling. We got to be quick here. Spurs Nuggets. Spurs +220. Is there value there?
On, Jimmy. I took the Spurs +220, Jimmy. This is what I'm on right here. I have not liked what I've seen from this Denver team at all, man. Denver hasn't been to the playoffs since 2012. That was a tie loss for Evan Fournier, Iguodala, Andre Miller, Gallinari type of squad. This is a whole different squad. Yes, the Denver Nuggets have depth. So this is Popovich we're going against. They lost in the first round last year, if I'm not mistaken, to Golden State Warriors. Pop ain't doing that shit back to back. Denver has showed me nothing in the last 20 games of the season from Denver team that I can trust. Spurs are 16-25 away, 19-21 ATS away. Denver is not good in the road themselves. They're 20-21 away and 17-24 away ATS. They split the season between the two, but the Spurs do not commit many fouls. That's the one thing you got to look at. They're the best three-point percentage shooting team in the league. The same as free throws are number one, and they're second in field goal percentage in the league. Denver is second in assists per game, 15 in fast break ranks. But guess what? This team does not rank top 10 in any offensive stat in the entire NBA, Jimmy, except for maybe assists. That's about it. This team is offensively struggles. Even though they're so deep on the bench-wise, this team struggles. Give me the Spurs, man, plus 220, man. I'm taking the Spurs. This is my biggest dog in the playoffs. The upset I see is the Spurs beating the Denver Nuggets. All that hype ain't shit.
Wow. That is absolutely wild. Wow. That's so exciting. Also, about when you were talking about how there's no LeBron, there is a LeBron, and his name is Giannis Antetokounmpo. And I fear him very, very much. Now, I'm not saying that I think the Bucks will beat the Raptors in the conference final, but I think there may be a new LeBron. Now, let's go on. That's a huge call, and I absolutely love it. Let's go on to Pistons-Bucks. Pistons are plus 1550. They have a broken Blake Griffin. Are they just, let's see what's the sweep here. Let me see to series correct score.
It's a sweep, Jimmy. It's a sweep, Jim. I mean, just give the people the line and get out the fucking way. Detroit that wins no game over here. Blake Griffin's not 100%, Jim. Bucks, best team in the league for a reason. I mean, I can break it down if you guys want me to. They rank 28th in pace, 25th in points, 9th in defending the three, 24th in field goal defense. They give up 107 points per game. They're okay with defensive rebounds, but they're 18th in offense. Now you tell me Blake Griffin is hurt. You're going against a team who averages 119 a game. They shoot 47% from the three-point line. Their defense is great. They only allow they're 11th in opponents' points per game. They can sit out Giannis and still beat you. Bucks, sweep.
You're getting huge value here. Plus 200?
Sweep, Jim. Take it. Sweep. I don't know how your book have that shit. Hey, I'll see you $200 right now, Jimmy, if you make the bet for me. Bucks is a sweep.
Wow. Plus 200 right here. Bet 365. Bucks to win 4-0. Plus 200. And I have my first bet on the card. On the futures bet. NBA future bet. Bucks 4-0. That's at plus 200. Available at Bet 365.
Hey, Jim, when you think about a Detroit team, right? When you think about a team that's centered around Blake Griffin and Drummond, you think about points in the paint. Is that how you would cap this game? Especially how we saw the Detroit Pistons team struggle the last couple of games of the year and then the beginning of the year, offensively, correct?
They're in huge trouble with a broken down Blake Griffin. Enormous trouble.
Well, the Bucks are the number one team in the league. When it comes to points in the paint, they only allow 42 points in the paint all year round. Now you got a team that's point driven heavy when it comes to scoring points with Blake Griffin and Drummond. Then the Bucks are number one. They'll only allow 42 points in the paint, and they get out on your ass on a fast break. And guess what? The Pistons struggle. They get so stagnated on offense. It's not funny. The Bucks put up 6 points. Every 6 points the Bucks put up, Detroit will put up 2. That's the stat for it, man. It's an easy sweep.
I love it. I'm in. Let's talk Pacers-Celtics. Pacers to win the series plus 375. Do they have any chance?
They do have a chance with Marcus Smart out, man. With Marcus Smart out, it totally affects what the Celtics have done against this team, especially defensively. Now, when you look at it now, especially with Turner, they ruled Turner in earlier today. They didn't wait till Sunday. They said Turner's playing. He's the number one defensive guy out there, man. The man can block shots. He defends the paint as well. Now you miss Marcus Smart. The best thing that I think that happens for us in future bets in this game is if you want to make money, take the over every time. I hopped on the over at 211. I hopped on the over at 210 already. I know the line's dropping, but I think this game still goes over. Without Smart out there, you'll get more Irvin. You'll get more Tatum. You'll get more Hayward. You'll get more Brown. Those guys aren't really defensive guys. They are scorers. Those are guys who put up points. And Indiana, they're a great defensive team, but they have to put up points also. And Evans, man, he's got his knee drained again. What more you gonna get from him? I think Celtics win the series, man. Celtics win this series, but we have to look at Kyrie. Team goes down. Kyrie might not want to be here next year. I think we bet the Celtics this series, fade them next series, but I think this goes about 5, maybe 6, Jim.
Yeah, God, this is so interesting. Russell Gordy wants to bet me that Pistons get 1. Well, I'd have to give you odds, Russell Gordy. the Pistons get 1. So, I don't want to make the bet with you, but I will if you would prefer. Also, are you in Canada? Let me know if you're Canadian or American first, Russell Gordy, and then we can talk Turkey. Okay.
That money different, huh, Jimmy? That money different. You funny. Let me know. That money varies.
Yeah. Gotta keep my shit together in my lungs. Clippers, Warriors. Clippers are plus 3,000. And then if we look at to win the series correct score, if you think the Clippers could win 1 game, there's nothing. I mean, you know what? If the Warriors to win 4-0 is plus 140, to win 4-1 is plus 125. You bet both those, and the only way you lose is if the Clippers take 2 games.
That's how you do it, man. You bet both of them. You just bet more money on one of them. I would bet more money on the sweep than I would on the 4-1. And this is why Golden State is going to beat the Clippers right here. Golden State is superb offensively, Jimmy. Until I sat down about maybe a week ago, 2 weeks ago, looking at Golden State, and like, man, why the fuck am I fucking up on these Golden State last little bets that I have out here? First quarter, Golden State is ranked number 2 in points. Second quarter, ranked number 4. Third quarter, ranked number 1. Fourth quarter, ranked number 21, but they hold their opponents to under a certain percentage, so they rank 8th in opponent points, even though they don't score that much in the fourth quarter. Golden State is first in assists per game, first in fast break points, first in assist to turnover, second in points per game, and they win by an average margin of -6.5. They average 124 versus the Clippers this year. They shoot over 50% versus the Clippers this year. They won 3 of the 4 matchups versus the Clippers this year. Offensive rebounding for the Warriors is a problem, but it doesn't matter because they're number 3 defensive rebounding. They don't miss too much on the offensive end. So when you see numbers like that, where a team is big in offensive and low in defensive, look at their shooting percentage. They shoot a lot. They don't really rebound a lot on the offensive side of the basketball. People get lost in those stats. Clippers get over 114 per game. They allow teams to shoot over 35% from deep on them. Come on, bro. It has to be Golden State here. It has to be. It was a nice ride for the Clippers, a nice ride to get to the playoffs. They didn't bend, they didn't fold. It's Treyway with them. Whatever they want to put it as, they don't bend, they don't fold, they don't break. They Treyway. They made it to the playoffs. Doc, you will go down as one of the top 5 NBA coaches of all time. I have nothing but respect for Doc Rivers, but this is Golden State with Boogie. Who stops Boogie over there on the Clipper side? Name them. Name the bigs. Okay, the match is a matchup problem. It's a total matchup problem for the Clippers over here. You stop Curry, who stops Clay, who stops KD, and then you got the bigs. You got Iggy out there, you got the rest of the guys, you got McKenzie up the bench, you got Looney. It's a matchup problem all the way around the board.
All right, this just makes sense to me. You take the Warriors 4-0 plus 140. If they lose a game, they're not going to lose 2 because Game 5 is back in Golden State. So if they lose 1, Game 5's back in Golden State, then you get plus 125. You're still going to gain something. I'm going to make both those plays. Warriors 4-0 at plus 140. Warriors 4-1 at plus 125. JD Sportsnut says no value. It's still money and still units. So
anything plus money is always value, man. You got to know how to find it, especially the NBA playoffs. I mean, I know a lot of people out here, Jimmy, some of them, they start out loving me. Now they hate me. I don't know what to do to make them love me again. I'm mad to bring up some shout-out puppets and shit and then talk in a monotone. I don't know what it is to make them love me, but I know about my NBA, man. I know my NBA, and I know NBA playoffs. As much, I trust my NBA playoff betting, Jimmy, way more than I trust my WNBA. All around, and I love WNBA. I trust that way more than NBA. But NBA playoffs is all about value. You gotta find your money early and pick your spots. And some of these matchups scream, take them. When you see a team is gonna face you over and over and over again, that's one of the reasons why I like the Spurs here, Jimmy. I know you're short for time, but you give Popovich time to scheme against you, be coming into the playoffs, and now he has a 7-game series versus you. I would take Pop every time in that matchup, every single time, especially with a big man who turns the ball over a lot. Same with OKC. OKC is eventually going to exploit the Blazers not having a big out there. You have to look for spots like that. And who stops the Bucks? Name one player on the Detroit Pistons who can lock down Giannis. Name one. I can't name anybody. I can't name 2 that can stop Giannis.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. So it looks like people are both ready to wager with us, King. So Dan Kelly has a good look, said just look at 3 books. So he'll give you plus 330. 330 which is nice. You were gonna get even now. You're gonna get 3.3 to 1. So he says you name the stakes, and then I'm with Russell here. So Russell, if Russell, you'll give me 2 to 1. Let's talk turkey. And then Jazz Rockets. Jazz at plus 240. Do they have value here?
Real quick, Mr. Dan Kelly, I respect you, sir. I'm down to do whatever you would like. Just hit me up on my DM on Twitter, and we can make out a gentleman bet, man, and we can run it. I'm not afraid to win or lose. I'll give the props if I lose, and I will definitely will throw myself on top of my king's legs and give myself respect if I win. But Dan, against you, man, it's a privilege and an honor, man. Nothing but respect for you, and would love to have you on King's Court doing this playoffs if you have the time, sir. But this last matchup, when you say Rockets and Utah, Jimmy, this one right here is it started off complicated for me capping this because the Rockets, man, if you look at their offensive stats, they're very poor. But then their second offensive efficiency. Then you look at a team like Utah. Gobert is probable for game 1. Rubio is probable for game 1. I think the Rockets win both of these games at home. Maybe drop the third game in Utah, win the fourth, come back to the Houston and win the other one. But my question, Jim, I know we ran for short of time, is what have you seen this year from Chris Paul? Chris Paul, to me, doesn't look like the same Paul, or do you think that's because but Harden has stepped up more? But Paul looked like he's kind of lost the step a little bit, or he's kind of afraid to get hurt this year.
You know, I think that Chris Paul is the X factor. I mean, that's an easy thing to say for this Rockets team. But every time I start getting excited about what he's doing, he limps to the bench. So I'm just so scared to trust him. He does look like he's been saving himself all season, doesn't he?
Yeah, that's the look I got from him all year. Like he's been saving himself. I think after he got hurt last year in the playoffs, I think that's fucking with him. Like, we could have beat Golden State. I could be a champion right now. I think that's really bothering him. And this year, he kind of played real conservative. I watched him in every game. I mean, I always go back and watch all the games. You guys, I always said that's a great lesson to watch. No matter what sports you bet, go back and watch the replay. You can watch 30-minute replays and highlights and things you need to watch. But always watch whatever you bet twice. Do that. It teaches you so much. But Paul played real conservative, Jim, and I think he's holding himself for the playoffs. I don't think this Utah Jazz team can beat this team. I think OKC, everybody else but the Rockets. Rockets need to go out here and win quickly because they have Golden State next round. They have Golden State, and I think this is when we see Paul break out. I think game 4, game 5, we see Chris Paul really step up in this Utah series and get ready for Golden State, man. I think the Houston Rockets to possibly beat Golden State. That's going to be the best series. One of the best series in the second round is Golden State versus Houston. I have plus 800 on Rockets to win the championship, Jim, times 2. That's plus 1,600 with a couple of bands on that. So please pray for me.
Oh, man, you know I will. I love that. I had that last year and had a nice hedging opportunity and hedged with the Warriors. But I don't have any futures yet. I made 3 official plays here. I'm on Bucks 4-0 at plus 200. Warriors 4-0 at plus 140 and 4-1 at plus 125. That makes sense to me. Clips aren't going to win 2 games, especially with game 5
hey, Jimmy,
back to Golden State.
Before I get up out here, I'm going to mention teasers real quick earlier in the show. I didn't give a teaser, but I think it's very valuable that people take the bet teasers in NBA playoffs. You may not get the same value for it. I got a minus 120 on a Saturday game. I had a plus 5 teaser with the Nets at 12 and the Raptors minus 3.5. I think that's great value, especially with Embiid being questionable to play. A plus 12 with the Nets and a minus 3.5 for a minus 120 payout. I think that is an excellent bet.
I love it. Thank you so much for joining us, King. I'm adding the full game over 8. I'm not going to double up on the Brewers-Dodgers first half and full game, just the over 8. So I'm going to jump on that now. Over 8 at minus 110. I held back from doubling up here. I'll go over all my plays in 1 second. King, where can we find you on Twitter? And tell us a bit about your show popping off in 15 minutes.
You can follow me on King's Court. Took up a lot of time, but thank you once again, Jimmy, for having me on this Friday. Come join us on King's Court in about 13, 14 minutes. Me, Jim, J Money, Simi Max, and my man Teddy B. And you know I'm about to talk shit to Teddy B about his Lakers, man. Luke Walton's ass is gone. See y'all later, man. Love y'all. Deuces.
Oh man. Oh, Rail was on one today, man. God, the fucking. Oh man, the syrup's still getting my lungs. Okay, so I am on. I'm already 2-0. Cubs first half, full game, and I need it badly. You guys know my record. Staying off Yankees, White Sox. I'm on the first 5, under 4.5, full game, under 8, Pirates, Nationals. I tripled up on the Rays game. First 5, -0.5, full game, -1.5, full game, under 8.5, -110. And then I'm on the Orioles team total over 3.5. I'm on the Phillies, Marlins over 8.5 +100, and Phillies -1.5. You know, that does make me a little uncomfortable of how Alcantara can step up at home. I'm off Mets, Braves. I'm off A's, Rangers. Indians, Royals, I'm on. That was an addition. First 5, under 4 at -110. I did not make a move on the Padres. Maybe I should, but I haven't. And then I just added Brewers, Dodgers, full game over 8 at -110. In NHL, I added the under 6.5 in the Tampa-Columbus game, and I don't have a lot of time to make these bets. So thank you guys so much for watching. Now it's time for Mr. Freddie Fortune, who desperately wanted to give out his play, his Australian League soccer tie. Let's get Freddie in here right now.
Hi. Remember yesterday that someone made fun of me? This
Yeah.
is my new show.
Yeah, it was Jay Peach.
Yes, I remember JP.
He said that you had a giant forehead, I believe. Is that what he said?
Yes.
Yeah, I can see it from here.
Welcome to the Freddie Fortune's betting show at SBR at 5 p.m. Costa Rican time. Welcome. What do people say about me in the chat? I'm eager to know.
Jacob Ruff says, what's this guy's record in soccer? Does he actually do well? And that's our apology. We are going to have his record up this week, finally. His record was pretty good, but we haven't had it followed for a little while, so we'll get back to it. And he's been focusing on ties, which haven't been helping a lot.
This is my show. Stop talking.
Okay.
Australian Soccer League. I got a tie for you again. Western Sydney Wanderers versus Sydney FC to draw at +300 at Bet365.
That's exciting. There's nothing so exciting as your Australian Soccer League ties. They just, they're not only exciting, but they make me hard as a rock. I didn't know if you know that.
What are you talking about? Your penis?
Jay Peach says, I never said that you had a giant forehead.
You said it yesterday. I remember.
Do you?
Yes.
Okay. Well, great stuff. Great stuff.
Do you want to close my show?
No, not at all. I want you to close the show. I'm out here. I got bets to make.
Okay. I got bets to make too. So thank you for tuning in. This has been a great week. Jimmy is unzipping his pants right now. So he was very... okay. Remember, leche and los bookmakers.